It's Week 13 of the NFL, and we've got a rematch of last year's NFC Championship game. It's the 49ers and the Eagles, and it's coming up next.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Straight ahead is a rematch of last year's NFC Championship game, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the defending NFC champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Ray McCloud to return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Niners offense set to go to work, and it's last year's revelation, Brock Purdy, who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
And Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played when dinosaurs roamed the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. Faced with their first third down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen third down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board. They're able to avoid that 3 and out. On second down, McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
In last week's game for Kittle, there are the numbers. 5 catches, 76 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Gets this one to Juszczyk. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
You look at this Eagle defense.
Currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
And I know, just like me, you're fired up about this one because this is the irresistible object and the immovable force. They're going head-to-head, number 1 versus number 1. I've talked about that running backs renaissance for a while. Can they slow these guys down? Where's my helmet? I want to play.
Jeez, you are fired up. Something's got to give. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Purdy to throw it on first down. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. He's going to try and do this himself. And holding it, maybe the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. As they've got it as we resume action. Davis Price going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
And now third and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And this one is right through. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And the first possession isn't until the second quarter, but what's nice about it, it's only down 3. So what you sell your team on is, look, 1 possession, 1 drive, we put it in the end zone. We're in the lead in this game. Let's go, guys.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now second and 4 from the 31. At the 31-yard line. Swift going to try up the middle and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
It's 3rd and 1.
Hurts. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. That close on third down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Purdy off the play fake. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Back to throw, Purdy. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
What a sequence there defensively. You get the sack to move him to 3rd and long, then here, just nothing available. And he's got to throw it away.
Now on 3rd fourth down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded just inside the 20. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On first down, Hurts looking for and finding Arnold once again. So no gain on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. Here's 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Purdy. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 26-yard line.
Purdy from the gun. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Under pressure, and down he goes. He's sacking back at the 36. Jalen Carter in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. So not only do you not get the first down, but you've also made things a lot more difficult on your field goal kicker.
Yeah, they're still in range, but you're exactly right, because you know the kicker's over there saying, thanks a lot, you just made my job a little tougher, because when he kicks it now, he'll kick it lower because he's got to get more distance. That means there's more jeopardy for the ball to get tipped or blocked.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Eagles' offense going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Finds the open target, Arnold. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Throwing is Hurts. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be fourth down.
A 60-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman.
This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come, their first drive of the third quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his fourth down call.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And they will take over first and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
Out of the gun, Purdy. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Just a disaster of a series here. 3rd and long, no one open anywhere. This ball just has to be thrown to the sideline.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Second down, here's Hurts. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Good coverage by Charvarius Ward.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And the ball is knocked out. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver Brown. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. And now a pause because we've got A.J. Brown dinged up on that last play, and they're going to have to get some medical attention to him. So from the 37, here's second and a yard. They'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try to chip away this timing.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. He'll drop to throw. Open man is Duvernay. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. 2 yards to go, second down. Hurts. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. First and 10, it's Hurts. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Here's Swift. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
One more time with Swift. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal.
1 yard on the play. It's now third and goal.
They'll look to throw here. Hard throw, incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. McLeod now on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this deep.
And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Down at the 35, it'll be second down. Well, hang on here because DeAndre Swift injured on that last play and in need of a little assistance. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Brings up third down and 6 yards to go.
Here's Hurts to throw. Being chased out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And he missed it. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10,
right at the 50-yard line.
Drive starts with a give to Mitchell.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
And from his corner spot, that was James Bradbury on the defensive side.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Right back to Mitchell here.
And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Forced out to his, and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Brandon Graham able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw here. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Well, a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Defensively, mission accomplished, and now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble, but theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on the punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Well, we all know possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now throwing it on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
Here's 1st and 10.
They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
I'm fairly sure that there's no good time to cough up the football. But this couldn't be much worse, could it?
No.
This situation, this yard line, no chance.
They set it on a T-form. They're already in field goal range here late in the 4th now.
Yeah, warm up the kicker and just make sure they take care of the ball now. They've got a chance to put this thing away.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
2nd down, here's Davis Price.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The Eagles going to take the 1st of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell.
And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles now down 9-6. 57 seconds to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Connects with Duvernay.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards.
Back to throw.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
All right, you're still at least 30 yards from realistic field goal range. You want to get the ball to the 38, but preferably the 35 or less to give your guy his best shot at putting it through the posts.
Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Arnold. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10.
He's back to throw.
Quick slant to Brown.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
A big play looming on 3rd down.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
It's deep for Duvernay.
And it's incomplete. So they're What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting into midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending.